Good afternoon and welcome to another Money Making Mom Scope. It's a very special day today because today is the launch of my new book, Money Making Mom. And we're so excited with all the reviews that are coming in. There's already over 100 reviews on Amazon thanks to our wonderful launch team. So it's pretty exciting. So anyway, the book just came in your mailbox. How fun. Thank you, Kristen. So today we're going to talk about email list building, which is such an important topic, and it's one of those things that for a long time I neglected. I just didn't see the value in it, and I just was busy with building my blog and with all of the details of that. And about 2 years ago, I was at a conference, actually the Platform Conference, maybe it was 3 years ago, Platform Conference by Michael Hyatt, and I sat there in that conference and thought, oh my goodness, I could not believe that I have been in business for over 6 years at this point, probably more like 7 years at this point, and I haven't done really anything with list building. So I've spent the last few years really working on learning about list building and just learning what works and what doesn't work and figuring out how I can do a better job of it, as well as finding out what's working for other people and how we can use list building and use our email list much more effectively. Did you want to come say hi? You have green on your nose. This is Silas, and he likes to come say hi on my scopes. What did you want to say? Did you have something you want to say today?
Hi.
You just want to say hi? Okay. Alrighty, so my name is Crystal Payne, and I'm the founder of MoneySavingMom.com, as well as the New York Times bestselling author of the book Say Goodbye to Survival Mode, and the new book Money Making Mom that came out today. They're saying, hi Silas, you're gonna go now? Okay. And I'm also the creator of the 14-day online course called Makeover Your Mornings, and I'm wife to Jesse, and we have 3 kids. Silas is our baby, who you just saw, and we live in the Nashville, Tennessee area. So let's hop right into the email tips. Thank you all so much for coming. It's so fun to see so many of you this afternoon. Okay, so that's a little bit of background of why I discovered the importance of it, and then I'm going to share with you what we've learned in the last few years as we've really made this a priority and how it's worked in our life, and then I want to, in our business, and how it's made a difference, and then I want to also, I'm going to give you some examples of some really well done email list as well as a lot of practical takeaways. So I want to give you my top 2 tips for list building. Now these might seem basic, but we're going to dig down deep into them. So number 1, you need a purpose. So many people say build an email list, build an email list, build an email list, build an email list, but they never stop to say, why are you building this email list? What is the purpose? What do you see for this email list long term? Where do you want to take these people that you build on this list? So start your list with a long-term purpose. Why are you building it? Why are you setting it up? What do you see? Where do you see your business in 2 years from now? And how is your email list going to help with that? What are you going to nurture for? And by that, I mean, who are the people that you want on your list? Who is your ideal market? You need to know your ideal market before you start list building. Don't just set up an email newsletter, put it on your sidebar, put it on your homepage and say, sign up for my email list. Know who you want on that email list. And in order to know who you want, you need to know what you're going to do. So let's make this really, really practical. So my site is MoneySavingMom.com. But here's what I have found. I have found that the people who are ultra frugal, now not always, but a lot of the time, they don't, at this point, my tips and my strategies and living with intention and all of that is not really where they're at. They want to know how to save 50 cents and $2.50 on their grocery bill this week. And back when I started Money Saving Mom, that was the market that I was reaching. But now my market is really, it's kind of evolved, and where my heart, my passion is I want to help people live with intention in all areas of their life. So me setting up an email list that's for ultra frugal people and calling it like the money making tips email list. Do you see how I'm going to attract a certain audience that is not really going to be going in the direction that I want to go? Thanks so much, Jennifer, and thank you so much for everything you've done to promote the book. You guys, oh my goodness. I have literally, like today, I have been so emotional. I've been so emotional because I keep seeing these blog posts and these Instagram posts and these tweets and these emails, and I'm just like, you guys are amazing. You are so amazing. And I'm just humbled and blown away and just touched. I don't even know. There are not words for me to describe how much it means to me. Yes, I know, Joy. No tears. Okay. Thank you, Carolyn. You guys. Oh my goodness. And Rebecca, your scope yesterday was the sweetest thing ever. Okay, back on track. I don't want to get all emotional and then it's going to be all sappy. Okay. So if I set up this money saving tips, the best money saving tips email newsletter, I'm going to attract more of the ultra frugal people. But that's not where I'm going long term with the business. And the trajectory that I am on and where my passion is, I want to attract people who want to live their lives with intention. So what I want to do with my email list is build into that kind of market. I want people who want to change their lives and people who are willing to invest a little bit of time and possibly a little bit of money to be able to change their life. So we have 2 email lists right now in addition to our daily email list. So our big email list is our daily email list, which is on Money Saving Mom, which is just our feed. It's every single post that goes out on Money Saving Mom. It's that feed. We do very little. It's just very automatic. So that's a daily email newsletter. But we have 2 very targeted lists that we've set up specifically with this in mind, with thinking of what kinds of products are we going to create down the line? What kinds of speaking opportunities and possibly conferences or other things? Where is my passion? And that is with helping people live with intention. So we have the Make Over Your Mornings email list, which is a weekly email newsletter that you only get signed up on if you buy my Make Over Your Mornings course. Our second email newsletter is brand new, and that is the Money Making Mom newsletter. And we started that just a few weeks ago, and you can sign up for that for free. You don't have to buy anything, but that is at moneymakingmombook.com, moneymakingmombook.com, and that's a weekly email newsletter as well. We set both of those up because long term I see myself as producing more products that would hit the Make Over Your Mornings, that newsletter, that crowd of people who want to better their lives and people who want to learn how to make money. So those are the 2 areas that I'm really putting a lot of effort into. So we want to build a list of people who are interested in those topics. So you need a purpose. You need to think, why are you setting it up? What are you going to nurture it for? And who is your ideal customer? Number 2, you need a plan. Consistency is key with an email newsletter. Consistency is so key. It's so much better to send out an email newsletter once a month than 3 every week and then nothing. And this is something that we're still working on because I've done this wrong in the past, but with building the Make Over Your Mornings email list and the Money Making Mom email list, it's every single week on a certain day that they come out. So consistency is key. From what I've studied, once a week is the best. So if possible, once a week on the same day. Or daily is even better, but that's a huge commitment. So I would really just say once a week. A couple of suggestions of what to put on your email list, because people ask me all the time, okay, so I build an email list, what do I do with it? Well, you're going to, again, nurture the people on that list who you want to eventually somehow market to. So nurture it in a way that you can market to it. So you're building relationships. For instance, to be 100% candid, So I'm doing these Money Making Mom scopes. Do you know why? It's because I want to, in 2016, release some really inexpensive products, like $7 digital downloads on, for instance, yesterday I did a scope on Facebook and how to increase your Facebook engagement. I want to create a $7 download that is a really niche product that's how to increase your Facebook engagement. And so I'm seeing, okay, what is the market wanting? And I want to build up and nurture relationships with people who are interested in those types of products. So yesterday after I did that scope, and there was so much positive feedback, so many emails, so many tweets, so much that people are just like, yes, 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 thank you. I realized people would probably buy a product on that. So I'm nurturing relationships with people who I'm eventually going to market to. But you have to develop a relationship. You can't just do market. Develop a relationship. Put some stuff in your email list that only your email newsletter subscribers see. So like behind the scenes stuff. For instance, yesterday's scope, we turned that into our email newsletter for the Money Making Mom email newsletter this week. So I took those tips and my assistant watched the scope and she turned it into an email newsletter, and then I'm gonna go back and I'll tweak it and add some links and stuff. But that's stuff that's not gonna go up on my blog. So it's only for people who are on my email newsletter. Some stuff that only your list sees, pictures, stories, tips, and helpful strategies. So you wanna kind of have a mix between personal and really helpful strategic type of stuff. So helpful links, so don't just make it all about newsy stories about this is what I did this week. I think you can totally have some of that because you want people to connect with you as a person, but you also then need to give them helpful stuff as well. So for instance, on my scopes, you a lot of times are gonna get a little behind the scenes into my life. You're gonna see my son come in here just randomly and say hi. You're gonna see on those days when, like this morning, I showed up and I had forgotten to finish my makeup, and gratefully it was blurry and I didn't realize it until afterwards. But you're gonna see the kind of the underbelly and that, but at the same time, it's not like we're just getting on here and chit-chatting. I'm also giving you helpful tips. So doing the same in your email newsletter, where there's a balance of your personal real life side as well as the helpful information to nurture the list for the people that you want to market to. A couple of, three email newsletters that I wanted to recommend are Mackenzie from Bold Turquoise. I want to show you her page that she just recently redid her site, and I think her site is so beautiful. She did it herself, which I think is really amazing. The only thing that I would suggest is she should have her email sign up somewhere right here above the fold. She doesn't have it above the fold, and so you have to scroll down to see it. Let's see if I can scroll down there. And it's down there. But I love how you see how she has the arrows, and then on her scopes, she's talking about it, and she's talking about how when you signed up, you get these freebies. So if you're on Periscope and you're scoping, having an email newsletter and telling people why they should sign up is really going to be compelling. So to get signups, you want to make it obvious on your site. That's why I think if she did it above the fold, it would be better. But still, I love how she has all the arrows right on there so that you can see and it's pointing to it. And make it compelling. So why should someone sign up for your email newsletter? Another one that I love, and this is one of the few email newsletters that I get. Yes, it's boldturquoise.com. This is Amy Lynn Andrews. I absolutely adore Amy Lynn Andrews. She actually used to work for me. She was one of my first virtual assistants. But look at her site. So when you go there, this is what you see. It's amylynnandrews.com, and it says, "Want the inside scoop? I share bite-sized tips about social media and blogging. I talk about making money online, productivity, self-publishing, and working from home. I wade through the internet so you don't have to, and it's free." And then she said, and then there's the newsletter. Now, she says the newsletter right there. I would actually probably make that more actionable. I would probably say sign up for free here, or something so that people there's a little bit more action instead of just the newsletter. You want to, like I talked about yesterday in my Facebook scope, you want to tell people what to do. It's like you have to command them what to do, because sometimes they're just not automatically going to think, oh, the newsletter, I should click on that button. No, it's like sign up here. So Amy Lynn Andrews, I love her site and I love her email newsletter. If you are not signed up for her email newsletter, please go sign up. She has such great tips, and the consistency that she has, it always comes at the same time every single Saturday morning. It looks the same way. It's just, and it's full, packed full of great stuff. Another one that I was going to recommend is the Skim. And I've talked about this a little bit before. It is a very different email newsletter, but it's a daily email newsletter that I get. It's the Skim, S-K-I-M-M, and basically they skim the news from the last day and they turn it into this really bite-sized, quick and fun email newsletter that you get every single morning. And it comes about 6 or 6:30 Central Time, and I pretty much always read it every single day. It's not, from a conservative standpoint, it's kind of, they do a pretty good job of being fairly neutral. Every once in a while it has some language in it, but it's a daily email newsletter. They're doing a really good job of that consistency. So you need a plan and you need consistency. That is really what people are gonna, if they know that they're gonna get that email newsletter at a certain time every single week, they look forward to it. So to get signups, I recommend that you make it obvious on your site, that you make it compelling, tell them why they need to sign up, and then make sure that you tell them to sign up. Don't just make it obvious, don't just tell them why, but then say sign up here, something actionable. You always want your buttons to be actionable. A couple of other things that you can do to increase your signups is to create a Pinterest image with a compelling reason why they should sign up. So if you have a freemium, which is a freebie that people get when they sign up, make a Pinterest image that says, when you sign up, you get this free printable. Like Mackenzie has her free Bible study right now. She has this beautiful image that she did on Instagram, and she could turn that into a Pinterest, a long vertical image that she could put on Pinterest and say, sign up for this free Bible study. You can pin that on group boards on Pinterest and multiple times on different boards throughout, over the course of months, if it's something that it's the freemium that you just always have, and get a lot of new signups from that. Also, at the bottom of your top posts, so what are those top 20 or 40 posts on your blog? Put somewhere on that post a compelling call to action for people to sign up for your email newsletter. I've also seen Amy Lynn Andrews do this, where she will put on her Facebook page, she'll say, tomorrow morning my email newsletter is coming out and I'm going to tell you about, and she'll give you like 3 teaser types of reasons why you think, oh, I should sign up, and then she has a sign up link right there on her Facebook page. So tease them with it, and of course talk about it on your blog. And if you're scoping, for sure, your call to action, you need to have a call to action on every scope, and I don't always do a good job with this, but you should always have a call to action. So something you're asking people to sign up for, something to check something out. Usually on every scope, I'm going to say go to my catch page, or go to my scope page, or go to Make Over Your Mornings, or go to Money Making Mom book. I have different calls to action on my scopes. You always want to have a call to action, and signing up for your email newsletter, especially if you have a freemium, that's a really great call to action to have for your scope, to get people from your scope over to your email list. That is your big goal. What should you have for a freemium? A couple of ideas. You want something valuable. Your book just got here! Yay! Woohoo! You want something valuable, so something hooky, so that people are gonna, they're gonna want it right then. So don't just be like, sign up and get a free poem. Like, poems, just, that's not going to cut it unless all your target market is poets or something. You want something that is like 10 tips for increasing your Facebook engagement today. Something very, very hooky that people are going to want. It's the kind of thing that they would not want to wait to get it in the mail. They would want to download it tonight. Something that will attract your ideal customer. So right now on MoneySavingMom.com, we have my free freezer cooking ebook, which is actually not a good freemium. I am do as I say, not as I do, people. So that's not a good thing, because we're not really attracting our ideal market, and I need to change that out. But if you go to MoneySavingMom.com, there is my free 5-day course on how I make a full-time income from home. And we are building that list of people, mostly from Periscope. And we're building that list of people who are interested in making money from home. It's a valuable freebie. It's hooky because how I make a full-time income from home. A lot of people want to know about that. It's something valuable because there's videos. You get it in your email every day. It's building a relationship with people because they get to know me. They know about my story. And it's attracting our ideal customer because we are not trying to attract people who have 7-figure businesses, because they're not going to be the people who are going to want to buy a $7 download on how to increase your Facebook engagement. That's not our ideal customer. There's plenty of people out there who are selling courses for $499 and $999 and $1,799. That's not my ideal market. I want to hit the market of people who they can't afford those things, but they want these tips. And so that's what my ideal market is. So the people who are just starting out, who don't have a lot of money to invest, but they want to learn. That's my ideal market. So that's why we set it up like we did. So something valuable, something hooky, and something that will attract your ideal customer. So those are the tips that I wanted to share with you today. Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, if you haven't done so already, you can go to MoneySavingMom.com and check out what is that free 5-day course on how I make a full-time income from home. And you can read more about my new book that just came out today. I'm so excited, and thank you so much for being wonderful supporters and cheerleaders. I'm just so grateful for you guys. So you ordered yours last night. Thank you so much, Lisa. Okay, well, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you back here tomorrow around 7:30 a.m. for our morning motivation show.